MIAMAFV Day 16. Fuck you. Hey everybody, here's a meme for you. Today we're talking about my favorite waifus. There's a meme. You like the new format we're doing? You like this? I felt this was better for this video. Fuck you. Quick shout out to everybody who questions my judgment all the time. You all don't deserve me. Go to hell. All right, let's get to the fucking list. Let's get to the list. Who's up first? Okay, so my waifu tier list is gonna be linked in the description down below so you can review it for your pleasure. I've had that thing going for a while now, maybe a year or two, and I'm working on it to change it every once in a while. But let's review the status as of May 16th, 2017. We're starting with the lowest tier on the list, but remember, these are all 10 out of 10 waifus. It's just a matter of personal taste. Tier 1, DTF sluts. Nagisa Aizawa from Jitsu wa Watashi wa. Mari from Splatoon. Hilda, aka female player character from Pokemon Black and White. Haruhi Suzumiya from The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Konata Izumi from Lucky Star. Rem Severum, Trigun. Rei Ayanami, Neon Genesis Evangelion. Monaco, Monster Musume. And capping out the DTF sluts, Shantae from the Shantae series. And I really want to stress again, remember, I love every single one of these characters, but they are on this list for different types of reasons. Some of them, like Rem Severum from Trigun, I just love the idea of the character so much that elevates her to waifu status, whereas someone like Shantae is mostly on the list because she's unbelievably hot. So okay, let's move on to the next tier. Tier 2, Amazing Tier. Rocknera, Monster Musume. Faris, Final Fantasy V. Megurine Luca, Vocaloid. Jolene Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean. Agrius Oaks, Final Fantasy Tactics. Princess Peach from Mario. Yes, that's right, a classic. Aqua, the Kingdom Hearts series. Moeka Kiryu, Steins Gate, who is only on here because she is so fucking hot. And finally, Fran Madaraki from Frank and Fran. Mwah, that one's for you, Fran. Here we go, Tier 3, Perfection Tier. Juri Han from Street Fighter. Ritsu from K-On! Ryder, aka Sweater Tits from Fate Stay Night. Satsuki Kiryuin, Kill La Kill. Stalking from Panty and Stalking. Kaori Saeki, Bible Black. Colin Kozuki, Code Gay Ass. Nadeko Sengoku, Bakemonogatari. Yeah, that's right, I like the snake bitch, fuck off. Squiggly from Skullgirls, who is only on this list because of her literally best I have ever seen ass. Paz from Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Fuck the one from Metal Gear Solid 5, that Paz is trash. Fubuki from One Punch Man. Rias Gremory, High School DxD. And finally, Misaki Nakahara, welcome to the NHK, who is only on this list because she is an actual perfect wife candidate. I will never sexualize her. She is too pure. And now we are getting to our top tier of all. So I'm going to take some time and actually describe why these characters are so high on this list, because they are the creme de la creme. There are a total of 8 of these, so let's count down the top 8. Number 8, Eri Ninamori Fooly Cooly. Yes, that's right, a 12-year-old girl. Fuck you. Well, I first saw Fooly Cooly when I was around 12, and she was the hottest girl I've ever seen in my life. I've talked about it before. This scene of her in her pajamas is, to this day, one of the hottest I've ever seen, and single-handedly gave me my glasses fetish. Can you tell it made an impact? Eri Ninamori is a 12-year-old sex god, and I will not apologize for that. Number 8, Saya Takagi, High School of the Dead. Now, High School of the Dead is filled with some of the hottest girls in history. So you could pretty easily get away with describing any of the girls from that show as the hottest of all time, or your personal favorite. But Takagi is up on this list for 2 very good reasons. Number 1, because she perfectly caters to my fetishes. Look at those glasses, god damn! She's got the body, she's got the glasses, she's got the hair, she's got it all. She's the complete package. And here's the thing that I had to discover myself like a decade after High School of the Dead came out. She is actually not a tsundere bitch, but a great, well-realized character. Which is actually true of many of the characters from High School of the Dead. One of these days, I'm gonna have to set the record straight about how good High School of the Dead really is. Y'all fuck up that show bad. Anyway, she's perfect, let's move on. Number 6, Duck from Princess Tutu. Now, the interesting thing about this character is that she actually sort of has a split personality thing going on, because the character of Duck exists both as herself, Duck, and then also as Princess Tutu. And the two are treated somewhat differently, because when Duck transforms Magical Girl style into Princess Tutu, she kind of takes on a whole new personality and demeanor. And in her inner monologues, she sometimes feels resentment towards Tutu, like Tutu is sort of upstaging her. Maybe that's me reading too much into it, but in any case, it certainly has that effect in the story, where people love Tutu and don't give a shit about Duck, who's very mediocre. Incidentally, in case you hadn't guessed, the show is about ballerinas, Duck being a sort of aspiring student ballerina, while Princess Tutu is this like godlike master of the dance. And so when she transforms, she sort of gains all these abilities, but Duck feels resentment about how much better Princess Tutu becomes than she is as herself, which is particularly relevant when it comes to her waifu factor, because the great thing about Duck is her pure, young love for her Prince Muto. The kind of love that transcends destiny. Because what Duck actually is, spoilers for the first 10 seconds of the show, by the way, but Duck is actually a literal duck who was given a magical stone that turned her into Duck the human, which also gives her the ability to transform into her magical girl version, Princess Tutu. And as she goes around on her adventures transforming into Princess Tutu, it's Princess Tutu that people admire, including Prince Muto, as opposed to Duck, who is largely ignored. So it creates this kind of Superman-esque love triangle where Duck is Clark Kent, Princess Tutu is Superman, and Prince Muto is her Lois Lane. And even though the literal forces of fate and causality are conspiring against Duck, she fights against them no matter what they do to her because she cares for Muto that much. That is quality waifu material. Not to mention, she's cute as fuck. Okay, moving on. Number 5, Tifa Lockheart, Final Fantasy VII. That's right, everybody. The old waifu that I met 20 years ago is still topping the charts. Everybody knows that Tifa is one of the most famous bodacious babes in all of video games, her tits being a celebrated icon of the industry. Not to mention, she's an incredible ass kicker. I respect that. The thing I wish people would talk more about when it comes to Tifa is just what a fantastic literal waifu she is. Because in all these discussions of how great Tifa's tits are, rarely do people bring up the fact that she was so devoted to Cloud during her quest, she was willing to give up her entire life for him. And I mean that literally. Consider the scene when Cloud has been lost in the Mako stream, washes up in Mideel, and Tifa and the team finally find him. And the man is an unspeaking, unthinking, comatose blob. Tifa leaves the party and stays in Mideel to care for him. Like, you can give Tifa shit for abandoning the party to take care of Cloud when, you know, he's not helping fight against Meteor in the sky right now. But that is the kind of unbelievable, lifelong dedication that turns a woman into a waifu. And Tifa is the most wifey waifu I have ever seen, and I love it. And again, the tits. Number 4, Motoko Kusanagi, Ghost in the Shell. Now, the fun thing about Motoko Kusanagi is that the Ghost in the Shell franchise is split into so many separate continuities that every fan can kind of assemble a chimera from the various pieces of Motoko from each of the different series. One of the things I love about Motoko is just how in touch with her sexuality she is in a very adult way. And that to varying degrees shows up in most of the different series, but did you know that in the original manga, in addition to being in Section 9, Motoko works as a programmer on the side creating sex simulation programs for consumers. She's running a side business literally getting people off. That is like an actually fascinating piece of this character that I really wish was explored more in the other series. Another thing I love about Motoko is her stern, consummate professionalism in Standalone Complex. In the world of anime, it is so refreshing to see this kind of stern military discipline imposed from a character like Motoko, and it just makes her so fucking sexy. Gotta love that shit. Gotta love that shit. And this just kind of comes from the series that she's placed in, but Motoko is no stranger to philosophizing at length. Because intelligent women who are almost as smart as me, because, you know, who can be, pretty fucking hot. It's just kind of her like intense, next level thinking. Really good, really vibe with that, really sexy, really hot, really powerful, really capable. Just there's everything you could want out of a waifu from Motoko as kind of like the get shit done waifu. She's the best. I love her. 10 out of 10, like every girl on this list. Number 3, Nia Tepelin Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. The thing about Nia that holds her back from my number 1 spot is that Nia is Simone's wife. That's what she is. For all the reasons I talked about in my Gurren Lagann videos, Nia is the yin to Simone's yang. They are literally constructed for each other, and they create a symbiotic relationship that transcends universes. I feel like making her my #1 waifu is like intruding on that relationship, but she's on this list because I want people to study Nia, to make more characters like her, because she is perfect. She is the perfect actual waifu for a character like Simone. Simone, a man lacking in confidence, just beating himself up about having, being responsible for his bro's death. Then Nia comes along into his life and gives him what he needs. That's kind of what marriage is all about, folks. Completing each other. So there you go, there's Nia. Love you, babe. #2, No-No, Diebuster. Okay, here's the thing about No-No, and here's the thing about Diebuster. Diebuster is inexplicably one of the best anime I have ever seen, and it's a sequel that came more than 10 years after the original was made. That fact blows my mind, and I love it more than I love my 7 sexy daughters. Quiet over there, quiet! Shut up, I'm making a video, god damn it! No-No bears the singular distinction of being the only lesbian on this list, or at the very least heavily implied to be a lesbian, because that's the thing that makes No-No great. It is her capacity for love. And in this case, it happens to be towards Lalk. Lark? I honestly don't know how to pronounce her name, but she's cool too. The fact that No-No starts this series as this humble little small town girl trying to make enough money to get herself through college, and then happens upon one of the space pilots that she's been dreaming of meeting, and then they form this magical connection together, is just so fucking beautiful. To be honest, it's some of the best teenage romance I've ever seen. And let's go down the list of why this is so great. She's hot as fuck. The show is animated beautifully. Her relationship with Lauk, the way that she deals with struggles. She is a hard work and guts kind of girl, just like her big sister Noriko. The love I have for this character, her way of life, and the struggles she is willing to go through to get what she wants are truly inspiring and truly wonderful. She's not only a great waifu, she is a great role model, and I love her. No, you're the best! The best. Now, before we get to our top pick, let's just do a couple of special mentions. Cynthia, Pokemon. Lopunny, Pokemon. Some bitch from Utena. I haven't watched it yet, but I like that brown one. Maybe her. The big-titted book girl from Read or Die. Mary-san from the Genki Japanese educational books. And Sora Kitano from Dojin Work. Stay strong, girly. Stay strong. And now, to unveil our secret, surprise, #1 pick, Pepe the Frog! I got you dummies again. It's Nico Robin. And I know what a lot of people are saying out there to themselves right now. But Best Guy, there's so many better girls on your list. Why is Nico Robin the top? Isn't she just from One Piece? I thought that show was dumb. No, you're dumb. The great thing about Nico Robin is she's been a constant companion to me on my life for the past 15 years. Every time I want to see her face, I can just open up a new chapter of One Piece and there she is. Except times she happens to be away and not in the current arc like right now, but fuck you. The great thing about Robin is she's like a living, breathing entity with real goals and real dreams, and her series just keeps going. I get to keep experiencing more of it. And do I have to tell you how hot she is? Jesus Christ! Look at that body, god damn! Okay, so that shit out of the way, let's talk about some of the great things about Robin. So in the first place, Robin's backstory is one of the most tragic and compelling backstories of any character in history, in which her entire village was wiped out and she was the lone survivor in an extremely tragic way. But there's more to it than that, because it's not like that just happened and then she moved on with her life. She carries the burdens of that to this day. When she was a social outcast from all the other people on the island because her mother was a criminal and she had this weird devil fruit power, Jaguar D Sol comes into her life and teaches her what it's like to have a friend. The way she carries on his spirit by continuing to wear this cowboy hat that he was so fond of, oh, that shit cuts to the core! And Robin's struggle is one of the archaeologists attempting to unearth the ancient secrets of her world. In a way, she's kind of the most important character to the actual backstory of One Piece that everyone's been curious about for 20 years. She is a crucial, pivotal piece of the puzzle, and any character who strives to increase her knowledge of the world is instantly relatable to me and a fucking inspiration. And we can talk about her love of the macabre, the way Robin doesn't shy away from things like the more timid girly girl Nami does. Robin loves dark, spooky shit, and you know she's down for the freaky shit. You know she's down. And can we just talk about for a second what an actual literal sex goddess Robin is? Like, okay, let's review for a second. Her devil fruit power allows her to grow multiple parts of herself herself everywhere, including later on in the series when she can make full clones. I'm just saying, if Robin's your girl, you have access to an infinite number of copies of her at any time, and just specific body parts. She can make fucking boobs appear here. She can make her ass appear over there. She's got options, man. It's a whole new world with this chick. I really don't think that should be undercounted. That's important for a waifu. That's really important. Okay, well, I'm just going nuts on this girl. How about her immaculate sense of fashion? Oda loves to give his characters new outfits all the time, and I love seeing them wearing them, and Robin looks fucking dope every single time. This one right here possibly being my favorite outfit of any anime girl of all time. And, I guess that's it. I love Robin. She's been with me a long time. She's gonna be with me a lot longer. It's been a journey, and we're gonna hang in there and finish it together. Okay, so there you go. Begin mocking me mercilessly now. There is my waifu list. Tell me I have shit taste. Tell me how yours are better. Tell me anything you want. Bring them on. My waifus can beat up your waifus any day of the week. And that's gonna do it for this episode of MIAMAFV. We'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye!